Hello and welcome to Simon's Trading Channel. Happy Wednesday to you all, middle of the week. Some call it hump day, others just call it Wednesday. Anyway, I hope you're all well and you're enjoying the first half of your week and looking forward to the second half. Right, before I jump straight into the price action, just want to remind you this is not financial advice. Okay, I seem to have an itchy chin. Here is the day. I'm actually just going to check in on the weekly at this point, since we're halfway through the week. But halfway through the week on CME, I should correct myself, which is over here. And CME's got a bit of a premium over the perpetual exchanges at the moment, to the tune of about $450. So halfway through the week, and well, what would you say about that? I think all I would say about that is it looks a bit better than last week, but it's not closed yet. So no other inference other than that. It does, if this week remains something along those lines, it would start to make this wick look a bit like a potential low for this consolidation, but that's all in the future. Right, so if I switch back to Marvelous Bybit, you can see a couple of blue lines. And obviously I've got the MACD at the bottom. So we're going to check in on momentum. So weekly momentum still to the upside by a mile. Daily still to the downside, although it's still creeping up. So it's still creeping up. So it hasn't, after this move up, it's not all blown off and come back down. So that's, significant. That's significant. The daily candle for today is... You may as well not bother. That is an indecision candle, low volatility, price barely moving. On the 4 hour, you can see that since I recorded my video yesterday, around here. No, that was Tuesday around here, so it hasn't moved much since then. I was suggesting some downside, and I mentioned the 50% part of this move up. So let me just remind you, if I can move this silly thing out of the way. There we go, all done. So I'll just remind you. So from the bottom to the top of that move, 50% is where that blue line is. So a sequence of 4 hour and daily closures below there would sort of solidify this down move as just continuation of the downtrend rather than a pullback with potential for reversal. So so if it does this and gets back down below there, then it's more likely to do that, as opposed to if it did this and turned up. So, I went through those yesterday. There's no need to go through them again. But that midpoint is coming in at around, call it 60,500. I've rounded that, but I like whole numbers or like, midpoint numbers rather than weird ones. So I think it could pull back a bit further without changing what I just said about hopefully this downtrend coming towards an end and then an uptrend starting to appear. But certainly momentum is to the downside, as I just pointed out on the daily. The 4 hour is hanging in the balance. So you can see it right on the zero line. Technically it's below the bottom, but I've got to wait for this 4 hour closure first. But it is hanging in the balance on the 4 hour. And then if I drop down to the 15 minute, which is the other time frame I like to refer to on a regular basis, you can see that momentum is up. So that's starting to look like a fairly significant area, even on this 15-minute time frame price action. Doesn't mean it's going to hold. and I wouldn't be surprised if there's another move down, back down towards its 50% area, but I think the very, very short-term momentum is to the upside at the moment. That could, if it builds up enough of a head of steam, then bleed into the 4-hour, and if it did bleed into the 4-hour to the upside, then things are going to start looking rather different. And potentially at that point, you would, or I would be looking for a move back up to basically this high, or this region, which is about sort of, call it 67.5, something like that. But what I think most of the people who are looking for Bitcoin to break out this range to the upside would be 70,000. So yeah, it just needs to hold on to the 60,500 region. 4 hours and 4-hour daily closures below there. The trend is still intact, and the trend is indeed your friend, and certainly on the lower time frames it's to the downside. So you have to bear all that in mind. Okay, I think that'll do for today. The price action didn't provide me with too much ammunition, I'm afraid. So shortish video. But anyway, I hope it's been helpful. And if you've enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. And if you haven't enjoyed it, then there's no point in coming back tomorrow, because I'll be doing it all again for Thursday. Take care and enjoy what is left of your Wednesday evening. Bye.